Good morning students, this is Joy Varghese from Uncovering Chemistry. Today in video 6 we are going to discuss textual exercise questions 2.19, 20, 21, 22 and 23. 23 is a theory question and these 4 are the numericals which we are going to discuss. Okay, so we will start with the first question, that is 2.19. 2.19 textual exercise question. A solution containing 30 gram of non-volatile solute exactly in 90 gram of water. So this is the solute and this is the solvent, has a vapor pressure of 2.8 kilopascal at temperature is also given. Further, when 18 gram of water is added, then added to the solution and the new vapor pressure becomes 2.9 kilopascal at the same temperature. What we say, calculate the molar mass of the solute. So first when we say it was 90 gram, then after adding 18 gram means what we will do, we will add 90 plus 18 in this, right? And then we will find out the pressure, what we say, okay, we have to find the molar mass of the solute and vapor pressure of water at 298 Kelvin. So in this case, first of all, we will take case 1. Case 1, what is that? 30 gram of non-volatile solute exactly dissolved in 90 gram of water. So molar mass of the solute for the case 1 is, mass of the solute is 30 gram, molar mass of the solute we have to find, mass of the solvent is given here 90 grams. So moles of solute, when we say mass upon molar mass, I think we know the formula, N is equal to W by M, that is mass upon molar mass. So 30 by M, this we suppose what we say, solvent mass upon molar mass, as it is water, molar mass of water is 18 gram mole inverse of 5 moles of N, this what we say moles of solute and these are moles of solvent, right? Now the vapor pressure is given 2.98 kilopascal. So for dilute solution according to Raoult's law, now this is the formula for relative lowering of vapor pressure. When we say formula for relative lowering of vapor pressure, so you can see here, I will substitute all the values. This is, if you don't understand, you can write N1 or N2, N2 by N1 what we say, what we have done, or this whole part is equal to X2 if you remember. So you can see 30 by M, that is moles of solute. So 30 by M, this one, N1 plus N2, that is 5 moles of water what we got. You simplify this like this. So what you get? So you can see after simplifying we get this as equation 1. Now for case 2, when 18 gram water is added in it, okay, so 90 plus 18, first it was 90, now it is 18, so you will get 108 grams total mass of solvent, what we say. So mass of solvent we will find out, vapor pressure is given 2.9 kilopascal, what is said, you can see. And then substitute the value in this Raoult law for relative lowering of vapor pressure. So you substitute all these values, what you will get, you will see here, after simplifying you will get, this is equation 2. Now dividing equation 1 by 2, our equation 1, you can see what was equation 1, this was our equation 1, and this, from this relation we got, after adding water we got this as equation 2. Now dividing equation 1 and 2, so what we get dividing equation 1 and 2, you can see here, you will get the value of M, what we say, what you will get, the value of M. Just simplify this, this is very important sum. So M, what you got, right? So molar mass we got, that is the first part of the question is over. Now the second part of the question is vapor pressure of water. So according to Raoult's law, we can see what is that, P1 naught minus P1 upon P1 naught is equal to N upon N plus N, capital N, that is solvent what we say. So here this we have to find vapor pressure, this what is given here for the condition 30 by 23, what we have seen at present now here, because M we found out 23, right? So 30 by M we were writing, so now it is 30 by 23. So here if you simplify this, you can see what you get, vapor pressure will be equal to 3.53 kilopascal. Okay, so this was numerical number 2.19. Now the next one, this is numerical textual example 2.20. a 5% solution by mass, percentage by mass is given of a cane sugar. Cane sugar means our table sugar what we add, sucrose what we say, formula C12H22O11. In water has freezing point of 271 Kelvin. Calculate the freezing point of 5% glucose in water if the freezing point of pure water is given. See, pure water freezing point is given. This you have to be very careful while solving this. Okay. Now, find the value of Kf for 5% solution of cane sugar. Right. Now, what is the meaning of that? 5% solution means 5 grams of cane sugar dissolved in 100 grams. So, 5 gram is your solute mass and 100 is your solution mass. So, always remember this. So, 100 minus 5 you will get the mass of the solvent what we say. Right. Now, mass of solute 5 gram, mass of solvent is 95, molar mass of cane sugar what I told you C12H22O11. From that we got this. Right. Then you can see freezing point is also given and freezing point of solvent, pure water what we have written, that is here. This what I said to remember here in this case. So, we know the formula for freezing delta TF. Change in freezing point is what? Freezing point of water, pure water minus freezing point of solution here. So, you subtract it, you get what? This delta TF value. Now we'll substitute in this. If you remember, our formula was there. Delta TF is equal to what? Kf into M. So M value you can substitute here. So what we are finding now? Kf in this case. Now see. If you substitute all the values here, you will get Kf is equal to this. Now we find the freezing point of 5% glucose in water. First it was what in the question? It was cane sugar in water first, then it is what? Glucose in water. So this is the next part of the sum, glucose in water. So here again same, all the values are given here. So we will find out 5% means 5 grams, and glucose, when we say glucose, the formula is C6H12O6, right? Because so 180 gram mole inverse is the molar mass. So that's why it is taken here. So if you substitute all the value, delta TF you will get, and from delta TF you will find what? TF what we say, right? So TF we get here, how much it is? 2969.07 Kelvin. You also calculate by yourself, so you can identify if any mistake is there. So we found out TF. Now what is this? Is freezing point, this is depression in freezing point of pure water, and this is of solution. So that solution we find of 5% glucose in water, that we have found out TF value, freezing point. Okay. So now the next one. Now this is textual example 2.21. This is the most important example you have to remember, likely to be asked and asked many times in your board exam. Two elements A and B form compound having formula AB2 and AB4 type. When dissolved in 20 gram of benzene, formula is given, 1 gram of AB2 lowers the freezing point by 2.3 Kelvin. Now 1 gram, that is mass of solute is given of AB2, and 1 gram of AB4 lowers it by 1.3 Kelvin. The molar depression constant for benzene is given here. Molar depression constant for benzene is 5.1 Kelvin kilogram mole inverse, means Kf is given. Calculate the atomic mass of A and B. Now here there are two things what we say, compound A and compound B. AB2 and AB4 type. So weight 1 gram, delta TF 2.3 Kelvin. It is given in question. Weight of, you can see here, that is also given. Solvent Kf, this is benzene. Solvent is benzene here. Right? What is solvent? Benzene. Don't forget. Okay. Then Kf, it is also given. What we saw in the question last here. You can see this is your Kf. What is given here? Right? So Kf is there. Molar mass you have to find for both of these cases. From molar mass we will find atomic mass. See. Now molar mass of solute for this compound AB2 type, you can see here. AB2 M is equal to 1000. What is given into 5.1 Kf into 1 gram, that is weight of solute, upon 2.3 Kelvin, that is delta TF, and 20 grams of solvent what we say, benzene what we say. So we got molar mass, that is M2 what we are finding, if you remember, of AB2 is given here, and same way AB4 is also we found out from the given data. Now here is, this is the important part of the sum. right? Now in this case, if you see, let the atomic mass of A and B be X and Y, means for A atomic mass is X and for B is Y. Now when we say here AB2, right, so AB2 gets dissociated into A plus 2B, what we call, right? So if this is X, this is what 2Y, what we can say, right? So why it is written X plus 2Y, that part will be clear in this. X plus 2Y is for AB2. Same way for AB4 it will be what? X, that is A plus 4B, what we say, right? So it will be what? X plus 4Y. So now this part will be clear why it is written so, right? Now this atomic mass, mass we found out from here. See, mass, molar mass for this AB2. This is for AB2 and this is for AB4, right? So we found the atomic mass here. You can write down this as two equation 3 and 4. Subtracting equation 3 from equation 4, we get y is equal to 42.64, x is equal to 110. This means substituting this value, you can see you will get y and x both in this, any one of this. Atomic mass A, that is x, is equal to what? 25, and that is of B is equal to this. So this is the most important sum of this chapter. Okay, next. This is textual exercise question 2.22. This is also most important. Isotonic solution it is for. At 300 Kelvin, 36 gram of glucose present in a liter of its solution has an osmotic pressure, what is given pi, what we say. If the osmotic pressure of the solution is this much at the same temperature, means at this Kelvin only, what would be the concentration that is being asked, right? Now concentration at this pressure, what we have to find. So isotonic solution, temperature is same, you can see here. So we will solve this sum now. Okay. First method, that is for solution 1, when the weight was 36 gram and mass, molar mass is equal to glucose is given. What is it is? Glucose, right? So for glucose it is 180 C6H12, sorry, C6H12O6, right, like this. Okay. Now, so in this, weight is given, molar mass is given, pi 2. That is for solution 2. Pi is also given, you can see 1.52 bar, and C2 you have to find in this case. Okay, so from this data, first I will find concentration, that is C1. So C1 is equal to N by V. N is equal to mass upon molar mass. So that one, 36 by 180 divided by volume is 1 liter, what is given, right? Okay, so now present in a liter, that is given in a question. So 1 liter you will get what? Concentration 0.2 molar. Now pi 1 is given in the question, it is this much, and next here we have two solutions for both. R and T and V are same, that is volume and everything. R is also gas constant, T temperature is same, and volume is also 1 liter for both. So here according to the formula, pi is equal to CRT. So if I write here pi 1, so pi 1 is equal to C1 RT, and pi 2 is equal to C2 RT, what we call RT get cancelled. So you can see here pi 1 is equal to C1 and pi 2 is equal to C2. So this is the formula for isotonic solution. Which solution? Isotonic solution, right? So for isotonic solution, pi 1 upon pi 2 is equal to C1 upon C2, what we say. You substitute all the values what we found out, and you will get what? C2 has this much molar. Okay, so this is the sum, also very important. You have to remember this, don't forget. Okay, now this is the last question of this video. Suggest the most important type of intermolecular attractive interaction in the following pair: N-hexane and octane, iode I2 and CCl4, NaClO4, and water, methanol, acetone, acetonitrile and acetone, right? Now in this case, the first one, what is a N-hexane, if you see here, both N-hexane and N-octane are non-polar, hence intermolecular attractive interactions are London forces. So this we have studied in 11th standard, if you remember, right? Yes. Now second question, when we say as both I2 and CCl4, what we say, are non-polar, intermolecular attractive interactions are again in this case also see non-polar, here also we say non-polar. In non-polar case, London force is there. Then NaCl4 is an ionic and water is polar, hence the attractive interaction in them is ion and dipole. If you remember this type, what we say, three types were there. Van der Waals force, what we discussed in 11th, dispersion force, London force, and that type of force. Okay. Now, fourth one, that is methanol and acetone. So methanol and acetone both are acetone are polar, so dipole interaction, if you remember, dipole interaction are present in them. Then next one, as both acetonitrile and acetone are polar, again this also, both are what, here word is what, polar, so again dipole interaction are present. So this you can write down in your fair book. In next video we'll be talking about next questions. Okay, thank you.